back, you loot hoarding hillbillies. Before we get this video started, I wanted to let you know that you could save 20% off your entire purchase for Freshen Up Energy. All you gotta do is go to the description below, click on the link, use code GENX at checkout, save 20% off on the healthiest, the cleanest, and the best energy formula on the market. We're talking about what in the hell has Ironmace done to this season's AP. For you neophyte noobs, AP stands for Adventure Points, which you need to rank up for season rewards in Dark and Darker. Look, I see what they're going for. Kinda. Not really. I mean, I guess I kinda do. If they had 0 sense of what their game is about. But out of all the gaming companies, I truly thought Ironmace was above all of that. They have been pretty good about what they have added and taken away. And for the most part, they're pretty spot on, or at least pretty close to giving us, the players, what we want. Obviously, you can't always listen to a crowd. A famous NFL coach once said, if you start letting the crowd call the plays, you end up sitting up there with them. But let's be honest, with this extreme change in AP, you're taking it too far. I could see them doing this to try to keep the rogue rats from just looting and leaving, especially since this season AP for chests or any of that kind of thing is gone, or it might as well be. This season will be the season of picklocks and warlocks. Because if you want any AP from looting, you better search up where every single lion's head chest is. Not only has the AP dropped lower than an ATL stripper's booty on a Friday night for looting, it's disappeared completely for taking on your normal PvE. Such as skeletons, kobolds, goblins, you know, the ones that you basically have to fight all the way through every single dungeon. Now you get no AP for that. This season they figured that having to be tapped out at about 225 gear score and raising AP last season just wasn't hard enough. So they decided for the regular skeletons and the regular goblins that aren't really the regular skeletons or regular goblins because they're juiced up like Arnold Schwarzenegger every time you're playing High Roller. You know what I'm saying? They're freaking walking faster than you do after using Taco Bell trying to get to the nearest toilet. And it's High Roller. They're harder to eliminate. Why are we getting rid of adventure points for that? Side note! I'm saying you ain't getting any AP even for the electrified D-bags that come at you like you slapped their mother. The AP for sub-bosses is exactly the same across the board, whether it's a normal, elite, or a nightmare. Which again, Ironmace, change the game to hard and harder at this point. What are we trying to do? You are tailoring this game to no-lifers, and no-lifers out there, just know that I'm saying that out of complete jealousy. That being said, let's go over the monsters and how much AP they are worth. Starting off, we have the Cockatrice worth 15, the Demon Berserker 50, the Demon Centaur 50, the Frost Demon 50, Frost Giant Berserker 25, Frost Giant Shielder 25, Giant Centipede 10, Giant Worm 20, Golem 25, Skeleton Champion 25, Wendigo 50, Wraith 25, and the Yeti 35. So now that Hell is going to be your go-to stop for AP, since the Demon Centaurs and the Demon Berserkers give you 50 a pop, we're going to have a convention of warlocks down there cheesing these bastards. Now I will just say this, it's ridiculous. How are you going to have a Cave Troll and a Cyclops the exact same amount of AP as a Demon Centaur and a Demon Berserker? Now I understand that getting to the Demon Berserker and the Demon Centaur is technically pretty difficult, but if you have not faced a Cave Troll or the Cyclops, it is way more difficult. You can rat out to get to Hell, and yeah, technically you could rat out a Cyclops or a Cave Troll. Now I don't know about you, but I don't know the last time that I went for a boss run where I didn't run into the entire lobby. Comment below if you can honestly tell me that you didn't have some banshee blower blowing up your spot. And if you're gonna have two bosses with the same amount of AP for a sub-boss, just make them a sub-boss. So let's go over the bosses and see how much AP they're gonna be worth this season. Starting off with the Banshee at 50, the Cave Troll 50, Cyclops 50, Frost Wyvern 125, Ghost King 100, Lich King 100, the Skeleton Royal Guard 0, Skeleton Warlord Crystal 0, and the Skeleton Warlord 100. Now when jumping into a game of High Rollers, the way that this is set up doesn't feel like I'm playing Dark and Darker anymore. Basically every chest that doesn't have a lion's head on it is just a red-headed stepchild. And unless you're bossing or sub-bossing, you don't even want to waste time clearing any of the trash. Because again, what's the point of diving into the high roller dungeons if I'm not going to get AP for killing harder PvE across the board? Also, Ironmace, why do we still have this 225 gear score to get into a game of high rollers? Need like the penny slot version of high rollers. You boys trying to bet 25 cents a spin here, not $5. Especially because I don't feel like going fully kitted into this for no reason. And then I go try to beat a boss and get wrecked at third party, fourth, fifth, sixth party by every single team in a lobby. And then poof, there goes my freaking gear. And then I gotta come up with another set for 225. Just let me save my good stuff when I get up to a higher rank, when I get closer to demigod. Let me use it when it matters most. Now with all that being said, Ironmace is pretty quick to make their changes. And even better than that, they listen to their player base better than most. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if there's already been tweaks to the AP system by the time this video is released. So remember, when you're going into high rollers this season, do not forget your pick locks and pots, because you'll be doing a lot of healing for 10 AP. Now, tell your mama, tell your daddy, tell your sister, tell your brother, tell your grandma, tell your grandpa, tell your uncle, tell your auntie, tell your prima and primo to come by, hit that subscription button, and click that notification bell so you know when I post a video.